Yo, yo, Tony D here. New comic book day. Got some stuff. Got the bag. Not the brown bag, but it's okay, man. It was a heavy variant cover day for me. I know a lot of people. The Deadpool Batman crossover is hot. But you know what? I jumped in. Got me the second printing here of Ultimate Spider-Man. This is like really the issue of the first true appearance, I would say, of the Venom, Ultimate Venom. So, you know, it's on the cover, second printing. Went ahead and picked it up, man, just to have it, really. Not speculating. Whenever I start speculating, I really ruin it for myself. So I just get what I like now. Just chill. Punisher, Red Band. This is the Frank Miller variant. Had to get a copy of that. Dig the Frank Miller stuff. I know that's I don't know, a point of contention for some people. They're not really digging the new stuff, but you know, I dig it. So it's cool. I don't judge. It's a good thing to have in my collection. I've been collecting a lot of these covers. It's just another era for the guy, and he's awesome. But let's keep it going. Marvel Zombies, yeah. I did like Greg Land and how he illustrated the zombies. I don't think he's doing the artwork interior, but the cover's cool. Red Band. These really put me in a weird situation. It's like, it makes you want to buy two copies because you don't want to, as a collector, not a speculator, but as a collector, I feel like having one in the bag that it's in makes it more of a collectible. So it's not like I'm trying to wait for it to gain value just because I didn't take it out of the bag. It's just part of the collectible. Maybe that makes sense, but Amazing Spider-Man. Bought the Bermejo variant. It's on its way. So I wanted an A cover, you know. I'm pretty strong about my A covers now. For a while I wasn't, but I really do like the A covers. I think it's more just the original, like you could say it is the official like package. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's like it's more of the, okay, this is the official. You know, when you start doing variant covers, it's, you know, a lot of people buy them just because they're cool covers, which, man, there's nothing wrong with that. That's why I do it. But I don't do it thinking I'm going to make money down the road. I stay out of that. I just like to have stuff like that. It's called collecting. So Predator Kills the Marvel Universe. Had to pick this up. Not a variant cover, but man, I'm so excited about this series. The first issue was really good. It set the tone for what we're in store for. Love how Craven is interacting with the Predators. So Benjamin Percy, he's doing a great job. He does a lot of these books, actually. He does a great job. Totally dig it. Artwork is good too. Totally. Okay, here we go. And like, this is variant cover city. Batman or Deadpool Batman. I think DC will do theirs and it'll be Batman Deadpool, which is cool. It gives us a lot of stuff to spend our money on, but that's what they do. I like this one because of the homage part of it. I think it's cool. A lot of cool characters on here. It's an homage, so I wanted it and I got it. Could Deadpool wield the Infinity Gauntlet? I wonder what that would be, how that would turn out. I don't know. Oh yeah, of course, you know, you got to get the homage, another homage. It's always a big one. The reflective homage. They'll have one where Deadpool's holding some knives and, you know, you'll see Batman, but you can never go wrong with that one. It's a cool cover. Reflective covers in general are pretty cool. There's a whole bunch, like different ways of doing that, but that one hit the spot like when it first came out. Oh yeah, this is probably my favorite one so far. I mean, you know, it's the Thing, and I totally forget her name, but it's like Daniel Warren Johnson, his style, man, it just hits right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is a really cool cover. Anything with action, like he has a lot of movement in his figures. That's one thing I really enjoy is the, like right here, like you know, the fist. Like it's really kinetic and it has movement to it. And it's really good stuff. So I had to get that one. I would say when I was looking at all these variants, this one really stood out for me. So I'm glad to have it in the collection. You know, there's a little bit of talk about, a little bit of comic shop talk about how, you know, there's going to be millions of these variants and for this particular book and run, but I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see what I like and I get it. That's part of the hobby. And it's collecting. Like, I'll have this. I'm not going to try to flip it. It's, you just like what you love and love what you like. Speaking of that, bam, I got cover A coming in the mail. This one stood out when I first saw it. And I'll tell you why. It's the marquee in the background. We all know Batman's history with the movies. And Knights of a Thousand Cuts. I believe that's Knights of a Thousand Cuts. And that just really stood out to me. So I have the bag and boards for those actually. These bag and boards, I'll probably have to get some more. I was getting the E. Gerber ones, and it gets expensive. Like, I have a combination of both. I do have the Mylar, which is cool. But it gets, you know, you get in these different sizes, it gets into, you're going to spend a little more money. It's worth it to me, though. Like I said, always do. I do the two boards. I always do 2 boards if it's not E. Gerber, man. And it's just, you know, that's my preference. And I think it'll pay off in the future. You know, the plan really is like, pass it down, you know. Find someone in your family that, you know, get them into the hobby. And that's my nephew. And hopefully instill some of the values that I have. You know, he's going to do his own thing, which is cool, but it's really art appreciation and the story appreciation. Like when I say art, I mean the writing too, everything about it. Get him into that. And because I'll always go back and revisit things, I just don't leave it just sitting there. Now, when you get to a certain amount, you are going to have that go on, which is okay. Boom, like that. I bought these were too long, but they work. So, you know, the vision is just keep passing it down like a few generations. Can you imagine if you can keep that going with appreciation of the art and just keeping it in the family instead of just selling it off, which isn't bad. Some people need money, man, and that's part of what comics can do for you. They're like stock. But if you can keep the comics in your family, like for a few generations, and maybe I'm thinking too much, but if you could do that, can you imagine if you just kept it in your family for like 100 years, like the value would be incredible. Like things that you bought that are in fine condition or very good, they're going to go up in value too. So, you know, that's just something to think about. But outro.